Alright, it's almost time for the Steven Universe series finale. The real series finale. Not counting, the not future show ending winner. It's time for it to end. Let's see what happens. It's been building up some good stuff. This past future season has been awesome. I'm excited and ready to be emotional as well. Those SpongeBob sound. Song! Shut your mouth, you mediocre clarinet player. Oh, whoa, Steven, whoa. But where did he go? Well, that was really good. At first, I was like distracted by how ridiculously nice the diamonds were, because like I'm still thrown off by that, even though obviously they've been redeemed and everything. They were just such good villains that it still seems so surreal to me to just see them be like so ridiculously nice, like in an exaggerated fashion. But I mean, they sort of subverted that in a way with Steven like wanting to get revenge on White Diamond all of a sudden. That whole scene was awesome. It built up to a lot of really stressful moments there. It was great to see Spinel again. It was great to see all sorts of new Homeworld characters there. And now I want to know what's going to happen next. I mean, where'd he go? Where could he have possibly gone? Part of me, feels like maybe he went to see Connie or something. But I mean, obviously he had to have traveled to another portal point. So I guess that might not be the case. Everything's fine. I don't know if it is, buddy. The song, the ringtone. Steven really went like 3 years without ever changing his ring. Don't hurt her, Steven! They're conveniently hiding Pink Diamond's Pearl's eye. The way he looked there is so funny. Well, that's one way to end an episode, I guess. That was tense. The music at the end, and even at the beginning too, was really, really cool. Seeing his transformation and like him being afraid of himself, but also not knowing how to, like, what to do about it is so interestingly scary and stressful to watch. That was very, very cool. I'm very impressed and intrigued by all the like metaphors going on for actual mental health issues. I've said it before, but that's what makes Steven so good of a property, is that so much of the show is about these sorts of issues, both social and like health and mental things that other shows, especially shows at least intended for children and shows that are sort of action heavy in the way that Steven is. Like it's able to give so many good messages. And sometimes they're a little obvious and sometimes they're not. Like the way this season's been going, I think this is the best that they've blended a moral into the story, like for the entire series. Oh, it's so cute. No tears yet, but I did swallow a lump in my throat, if that counts. That was so sweet. Definitely like I sort of expected something like that to happen to solve the conflict, but that's not even bad, because it's so sweet and it rounds out the whole show really nicely. The way this whole conflict is that Steven, trying not to like start tearing up right now, but it was very, very cute. It was very, very anime as well, which is something I find myself saying a lot for this show. Gave me a lot of Beyond the Boundary vibes, if anyone has seen that anime. Now we're just gonna have like a really nice actual concluding epilogue episode, I guess. The show has been more dramatic before. There's been more action and stuff and plenty of other episodes, but it's the emotional impact of that episode that makes it really strong. It doesn't have to be like a big epic fight with the diamonds and all that stuff, or Steven destroying buildings like Godzilla and stuff, because we've already seen that in like the movie and a bunch of season finales and stuff. So giving us that's just nice concluding aspect to this emotional arc that's been going was really good. Excuse me? What? No, this is a cute way to end the show. Wait a second, Steven, your math's a little wrong. There's not 39 of them. Are you the Steven you want to see in the world? Now put that on a t-shirt. Did they write this before that was like a thing on Twitter that people arguing about? Good, thank God they kept the credit. I was worried that it wasn't going to play the credits. Oh, that's so cute. It's Rebecca. Man, the animation is so different in the older episodes. They just did this because they wanted us to cry. But it's really awesome for them to conclude with this. Steven as a whole like stands for so much. Oh, I need a bit. Shut up, commercials. That was great. That was, I think, like the perfect way to end that show. Basically, there's a lot of things in the season that didn't end up being like shocking or surprising, but they didn't need to be, because it's all the execution of that stuff that makes it important. And as I've said, like the sort of mental health morals that were going on there, all the just cute fun character stuff, it was all so great, and it was like some of the best that the series has even had throughout its entire run. I think even just ending the show with this just really short little chill montage of Steven like seeing all the past characters with that song playing is so perfect. It's hard not to be sad, because this was a great show that's been with me for a while and been with everybody for a while, and that little thing they did at the end showing sort of the evolution of stuff and showing bits of the fan base. Like that's why cartoons are so good. I love cartoons so much. These things exist to be beautiful, both distractions in the best possible way and entertainment and teachers. So much incredibly good stuff came out of Steven that has not come out of any other shows, like period, any other animated shows, period. At least the way it was done and the target audience it was meant for. Steven's a show that anybody ever could watch and understand and learn from, even if it's on Cartoon Network and looks like it's for kids and is kiddie and all that stuff. You know, same thing with Adventure Time, same thing with Gravity Falls, same thing with all those shows that have been happening, all the shows that are going to be continuing to happen. It's just so great that there's just this universal art that can teach so much and be so beautiful and fun for anybody. People are always fighting over fan bases and talking about how, you know, some fan bases are bad and all that stuff. But it's the fan bases that make these things feel special. Being able to watch an episode of one of these shows and then go online and see a bajillion, especially for Steven. Like, Steven was ridiculous with the amount of support it got. Like, they would show a new gem on an episode and you'd log into Twitter or Tumblr and there'd be like 8,000 like Mona Lisa quality drawings of that new character, like maybe 30 minutes after the episode aired. And that all comes from the fact that this show means so much to so many people. And with the internet, we're all allowed to share what it means to us and share how it affects us and how much we love it and how much we laugh at certain things. Why do you think I'm sitting here making a reaction video? Why do you think reaction videos are like the best #1 thing for shows? It's because people love to see other people be happy about the things that they were happy about. Sorry, I'm spieling like not related to the episode. I guess I'm sort of just talking more about the series as a whole. And I definitely wouldn't really think to do this if they didn't give that awesome little montage of the fan base and stuff at the end there. But, you know, this is what I think about cartoons. This is why I sit and make all these videos and do all this stuff. Even if a show has its ups and downs, even if it's not like a 10 out of 10 flawless, if anything makes me feel any sort of emotion, it means something to me. Steven has done that on dozens of occasions, and it's, you know, it's been going on for so long, and it's so sad to see it go now, but it left behind a great legacy and great talent and everything. We're going to see more and more shows with this sort of thing going on in the future. In the future, the episode was called The Future. It's Steven Universe Future. It all makes sense. It might take a little while for us to get some new great quality shows, but I think the future of cartoons is very bright. And it's thanks to this show. And thanks to many that have come before it, of course, sure. But like I've said, Steven conveys so much great stuff. And I think that people who are making cartoons are going to be less afraid to portray that stuff because of Steven. Even if it gets censored in other countries, you know, whatever, who cares? They showed the Ruby and Sapphire wedding scene during that montage at the end. Like, that's one of the most controversial scenes in the entire show. And Cartoon Network just put that in a compilation to celebrate the series. Like, them as a studio, them as everybody as artists who are working on this, like, they all care about that stuff so much. The show was just so praised for being so beautifully LGBT positive and conveying so many important topics in ways that are easy to understand and create stories. You know, and then on top of all that great positivity and all those great messages, you just have a really fun show with an interesting world, interesting lore, interesting characters, great, catchy, emotional music. It was really, really a fun ride, and just being able to follow all the people who worked on the show and stuff, like, as it's ending and all their sad messages about seeing the show go. Like, this show just means so much to so many people, and I said that already, I know, but it's just so true, and it's so sweet, and I'm happy that this show was able to exist. The show is nothing but, like, pure love, and that's what makes it so fantastic, and that's what makes so many other cartoons and everything so fantastic. I'm probably just repeating myself at this point, but hopefully I made some sort of point. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching all my Steven related content if you have. And I just hope you enjoyed that series, and I hope you took something out of it and you learned from it, and you laughed and you cried. Everything that the writers wanted you to do, you did. So let me know what you thought about those episodes, the series as a whole, the cartoons, whatever you want in the comments. And be the Steven that you want to see in the world. Right? That's what the quote was, right? I love cartoons. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to know when I post a new video. Also, consider supporting me on Patreon for just $2 a month to get some cool bonuses. Thanks for watching, and super special thanks to my Patreon supporters.